In this episode, trolls, trolls, and more trolls, I help myself to a slice of Mount Horeb. Willkommen! We are in Mount Horeb, the troll capital of the world. Today we are going to check out some art galleries, eat at a local diner, and maybe even do some holiday shopping. Later, I'll show you a hidden spot great for a quick dip or a family picnic on a warm summer day. And afterwards, I'll stop by a historical one-room schoolhouse built in the 1800s. Mount Horeb, otherwise known as the troll capital of the world, is located about 30 minutes outside of Madison. Besides the trolls, Mount Horeb is also known for some pretty interesting fun facts. In 1969, Yoo-Hoo, the producer of a chocolate milk drink, moved to Mount Horeb. In a town known for its Norwegian heritage, an Englishman by the name of George Wright named it in 1861. He chose the name Mount Horeb after searching through the scriptures. It was selected for the countless references to the mounts, as well as the high land elevation and the beauty of the surrounding area. Another famous mount sharing the name Mount Horeb is Mount Sinai, where Moses received the Ten Commandments. Starting my stroll through Mount Horeb, I chat with a local resident and make a new friend along the way. Local Mount Horeb resident Dwayne Avang walked me down memory lane.
As soon as we turned 18, old enough to drink beer, we went to Madison, and that was a big deal for us,
Going to Madison?
Just go to Madison, and ride around the square. And that's what everybody did in all these little towns.
This used to be a bowling alley?
Yeah.
And now it's
Everything
the troll
is connected
inn.
to the troll.
How we doing?
Hi there.
How are you?
Doing good. Nice night, huh?
Don't you think it's going to rain?
Mount Horeb has a hometown feel where you might meet a friendly neighbor down at your local watering hole. People of all backgrounds, including English, German, Irish, Norwegian, Scottish, and Swiss descent, settled in the area. Yet in the late 1800s, more than 75% of the community was Norwegian.
One of the first buildings way back. Right on the corner in that vacant lot used to be, they called it the Mount Horeb House. There was a little hotel or a rooming house there.
Okay.
Now they're going to build a historical society is going to build a new building there.
It was right here?
Right where this vacant lot is.
Okay.
This is a museum now here.
Mount Horeb Area Museum offers collections and various artifacts highlighting regional artists and their crafts. Next, Dwayne showed me the one-room schoolhouse. So this is the schoolhouse.
First one in the village.
Built between 1884 and 1889, this building is one of the oldest remaining buildings in Mount Horeb and serves as an important landmark in the community, as a connection to the rich heritage of the village. It was built in the 1800s?
Oh, way back in the 1800s. It was restored and moved up here.
And this is all the original, they just restored it?
Oh, yeah.
In the summer, Mount Horeb is a great getaway from the city. It's not just the famous trolls that lure the people in the area. There are several art galleries and great shops that lend a holiday spirit in the winter. Back on Main Street, there have been many changes over the years. The main businesses and shops were located on what was once the main highway from Madison to Dubuque, Iowa. In the mid-1980s, with the reconstruction of Highway 151, many of these little towns, including Mount Horeb, were bypassed. Businesses in the area were concerned about the effects the bypass would have on the economy, driving people away from the town. Because of this, the Trollway theme was born to keep Mount Horeb on the map. A man named Michael Feeney, now known as the Troll Carver of Mount Horeb, was originally asked to create a folk art project for the town. But when village officials saw his work, they were inspired and asked him to continue making trolls for the town. More than 15 life-size trolls were created. The whimsical creatures now live along historic Main Street. Originating from early Scandinavian folklore, trolls tend to be similar in size to dwarves or elves, and oftentimes like to reside by the sea, or in our case, mounds. It's a good thing Mount Horeb is situated so close to the Blue Mounds, making it the perfect place for trolls to settle. These legendary beings with long crooked noses, 4 fingers and toes, and long bushy tails live to be several hundred years old. They are thought to have semi-magical powers, such as prophecy and shape-shifting. If you're in the mood for a polka, a waltz, or maybe even a foxtrot, Frankie, the accordion player troll, will entertain you into the wee hours.
Here we are at the accordion player troll. There's an interesting story behind this troll. A number of years back, a busload of Scandinavian accordion players were visiting Mount Horeb. They proceeded to get off the bus and serenade him for 20 minutes. Isn't he cute?
Many trolls made from plastic were not originally created by Michael Feeney. You can tell which trolls are originals by the texture. Feeney's creations are made from logs, which are first implanted below the frost line. The troll is carved from the log, giving it the appearance of a tree growing from the ground. This is Tootsie, the endearing tooth fairy. She is equipped with a tutu, a magic wand, a coin changer, and a pig necklace. She never disenchants her countless admirers. If you feel like scrubbing down with this hygienic troll, think again. Otherwise known as the tub troll, this squeaky clean troll lives on the far west side of town and happily bathes outside a local pizzeria. Back on Main Street, there have been many changes over the years. What was once known as the general store, Hoff's had everything you needed without ever leaving town.
1916.
Yeah, that's when that was. The Huff store was a general store that you could buy anything you ever needed to survive with. They had a grocery store on this end. They had a menswear, women's wear, dry goods store, shoe store, and every kind of housewares. Everything you could find at Walmart today, we used to have in that store.
And now for the more important stuff, cheese.
That used to be a cheese factory, and they made the best Swiss cheese you ever saw in your life over there.
According to Dwayne, for every one-room schoolhouse, there used to be a cheese factory. I take a break from the historic side of Mount Horeb and let my creativity loose at the local art gallery.
We're at Peg Ginsburg Watercolor Studio. Peg's a local artist here. She's probably painting up a storm, so we're gonna go inside and say hi.
There's so much to learn and explore with watercolors, and that's one of the things that I like to encourage people to do. Don't give up too quickly on watercolor because it has a reputation for being unforgiving
What about something like this?
That one,
It looks like it's called Sunset. I was going to
Yeah.
say it looks like a desert scene.
I started it with the sky, just the sky, and I was showing what happens when you paint colors that are opposite each other. The blue and purple at the top is the opposite color of yellow at the bottom, and if you put those right together, they mix and get kind of brown.
Yeah.
So you have to have transition colors in between, so that's why it's red in the middle before it comes down to orange down to the yellow.
It almost looks like kind of a splatter.
Like wet paint and then puffed through a straw that pushes out all those.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of fun things you can do with watercolor. It's something that's always been part of me. I didn't really discover watercolor until I was an adult. And then I stretched saran wrap.
Oh, okay.
And that's what,
What a cool
you know,
technique.
when you're pulling it this way, then you get those kind of lines.
If you happen to be in town during the holidays, Mount Horeb is transformed into a delightful place where you can do your holiday shopping. And you might even bump into Scandinavian Santa. I was curious to know what made Scandinavian Santa different from all the other Santas.
We gotta wear boots, of course, then the knickers, the long socks, and the wool sweater, and the cape. And sometimes I feel like I'm Superman. Yeah.
And you got the white gloves?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So I guess that makes me the Scandinavian Santa. Yeah.
Can I have a hug?
Yes, you can. Happy holidays.
After my run-in and a quick hug from Santa, I decided to stop in some shops to see if I could find some stocking stuffers. My next stop is the perfect place to do some holiday shopping.
Some candles. Beads, lots of beads. Okay, we're gonna smell some of these. Here's a welcome melter. Welcome home. Cinnamon, no. We've got apple bourbon. Apple, a little bit of bourbon. Here's some pumpkin souffle. Oh gosh, that smells like pumpkin. A lot of spiciness.
This cozy little store called Moon Hill Mercantile is located right on Main Street and has been serving up great gifts for over a decade.
It's cute.
That looks cute on you.
It does, doesn't it? Naked Bee hand and body lotion. Let's see how naked we can get. Oh, it smells good. We've got some martini shakers. Why did I smell that? I don't know. I was hoping to smell an apple teeny, perhaps.
For their 19th annual holiday opening, I helped myself to some yummy homemade treats.
I'm gonna try one. What did you say this white one was?
Peppermint pie.
Oh, yum. It's really awesome.
And I even have enough energy for some really bad dance moves.
It plays music. Here we go. Okay, how do you make it stop? Let's try some of this Door County coffee. Oh, it's so good that it's all gone. Oh, bummer. Oh, man. Okay. It's good. It was good.
I head to Schubert's Downtown Diner and Bakery for a warm home-cooked meal. Sometimes you just want breakfast right in the middle of the afternoon. Have no fear, it's served all day long. After a much-needed break, I wanted to put the diner food to the test. I sat down with one of our hungry camera guys, Jason, to grab a bite to eat.
We're going to be getting a cheeseburger with fries. How can you go wrong? Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
Sorry,
This is
there you
huge portions. Whack it.
There you go.
Good.
It's really good.
For over a century, Schubert's has been delighting customers with their delicious meals and homey atmosphere, and is known for its famous Swedish rye bread.
Have you tried the Swedish rye bread?
No?
I'm bringing you.
Oh my god. There's so much good food here.
I come from all over the place for bread.
Oh my gosh, it's really good. It really is. It's like sweet. and perfect.
And I got it out of the bread warmer, so.
Oh my gosh. You guys need to come and check it out. Can you tell me a little bit about the JFK photos?
Those are actually taken, I believe, upstairs, and they were taken here. So he was here.
Back outside, a good way to walk off the calories is to try biking or walking on the nearby Military Ridge State Trail. The signs on the trail reference proportional distances to our planets, with the sun sign being located in the nearby city of Madison. Continuing on, I say goodbye to Mount Horeb and set off to check out a real gem, Stewart Lake. This artificial lake sits in a 191-acre park. The lake is fed by a spring branching off Blue Mound Creek.
Founded in 1935, Stewart Park was the first county park in Dane County. Inside this park, you'll find the glistening Stewart Lake. This lake branches off Blue Mound Creek, which in turn is a tributary of the Wisconsin River.
Several recreational activities, including hiking, picnicking, swimming, and canoeing, are offered, or you can just relax while soaking in the beauty of the lake. If you're a biker, I'll let you in on a local secret. These Wisconsin dairy roads, used by milk trucks, offer hundreds of miles of road riding in every direction. They make for a perfect and relaxing bike ride. Coming up, I visit a neighboring one-room schoolhouse and discover a cemetery dating back to the 1800s.
This schoolhouse was originally a parochial school. It was once used as a garage by a farmer until it was moved to its current home right by a cemetery dating back to the 1800s. So this is the original marker?
It's a marker showing where the second church was built, which burned to the ground. And then another church was built facing west, which is in the site back of us, similar to what this church looked like. Because we wanted to save it. It was history. And it was renovated and put back on our site. So it's been a good thing to bring back to our site here. It doesn't belong, it didn't belong here originally, but at least it's on our property and saved history.
Is it open to the public?
It's locked all the time. So, we have it open. If somebody wants to see it, they can contact one of our members in the association and bring them down here. So, fortunately, it was open today.
We just got lucky.
We have an outdoor worship service here in the summer, which is people like. It's a very nice, quiet, peaceful area to come to. Quiet.
I'm curious to see just how small this schoolhouse really is.
So we're inside the parochial school, and it's just one room. It's tiny in here. Approximately how old is this?
We don't know when it was built, but it was situated in the valley just below where we're standing right now.
So this is a map that you actually drew.
Yes, from
right?
the map, but
it's kind of
personalized and giving sites of where the church cemetery, which is up here, where we're at number one on top of the hill. And we followed this road down this way. Here is where the parochial school was situated. That building was moved to a farm, but the farm was up here on Highway 78. Well, here's a picture of it right there.
That's the original.
Yeah.
So it used to belong to somebody else who used it as a garage?
Yeah, it was on a farm, and they just sort of ripped it apart, put a garage door in the front, so we had to restore that part too. So
that would have been
the
somewhere.
whole thing. So the whole building
here
was sort of restored into what it would have been originally.
This is a heat stove?
Heat stove.
What they put in here?
Wood.
So is it functional?
Oh, sure. See,
Oh.
We got it up, bent it up and out.
Oh,
Through
neat.
the chimney.
What's this for?
Homemade broom.
It is homemade?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
On a bamboo pole and
Cool.
fire up. Yep.
But we do have some really interesting books over here. Look like they're
Yes.
originals.
Yeah, they are originals. Here's one It's all Norwegian. And there's pictures in there of this very historical
1918.
history of 1843 to 1916.
Dust.
Dust.
Spiders.
Well, yeah, they had dust back in the 1800s.
All right.
And here, you can see here's the Bible. That's
There
a
you
Norwegian
go.
Bible.
And another Holy Bible.
And you notice it is a little dust.
Look at this one. This is just almost seen its last day.
What's this?
Oh, this has a kind of a cool cover here. Look at that.
Look
It's
at
raised.
that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a religious emblem there.
Mm-hmm. They don't make them like this anymore, do they?
No.
Oh, spider webs. Yeah, it is.
1887.
1887. To schedule a tour of the schoolhouse, you can contact the Emmanuel Lutheran Church Association. Well, we've had a great time in Mount Horeb. We discovered some neat art galleries, ate some great food, and even did a little bit of shopping. Until next time, I'm Veronica Harper. Keep on exploring. What's interesting about this accordion player is that at one point there was a busload of this one.
Scandinavian almond bars.
Oh, Scandinavian. Yeah, I saw Scandinavian Santa earlier.
Yeah.
He scared the hell out of me. He just kind of appeared.
It's called the Yulanissa.
Even did a little bit of holiday. Why do I always think so? After these two cars, it's going to be dead quiet, so I better not get up. Okay. Oh my gosh. I want this one. White wine, red wine, pink wine. As long as it's wine.
And the kids just love coming in here.
Yeah.
Some of them play teacher.
Get it.